Hey girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Jenny with Planner Perfect, and I teach women how to write a better story for their lives. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about what you can do with the perpetual Groundhog Day that a lot of moms, no matter the season, can feel. If this interests you, then stay tuned.
Taking one more breath beside you, so I could find strength to divide us. Gave it all we got, and I know we did the best we could. If I could go back, undo the mess, I would memorize your face before I go. But this is how we grow. Gotta give it up sometimes, let's go. And knowing when to kill your pride. There's no one to blame, nothing really stays the same. This is how we grow.
Hey, welcome back, girls. Be sure to like and subscribe. I really love to inspire and bring new content on how you can plan your life and write a better story. I am the founder of Planner Perfect, and I have created the Planner Perfect scripting method and journals and planners that are beautiful inspirational tools to help you write that better story for your life. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to be talking about the perpetual Groundhog's Day that I know you girls know what I'm talking about. So whether you got littles at home or even if everyone's out of the nest, you still can find yourself, because you have mistakenly thought that motherhood was your calling, you now find yourself in a state of, well, now what? And you really are wondering why your days look so ghostly, your pages are empty, you don't know what to plan, you don't know what to do, and it's just still kind of the perpetual same thing. It's just not so filled up. So let's kind of discuss this on some key ways that you can really bring back some joy and excitement no matter the season in your life, and what the top key thing you can do right now to bring that into your reality, where you really feel like you're jumping out of bed every morning because you've got something to do. Okay, so I'm going to give you that. So make sure you stay to the very end of the video, because that is when I'm going to really shout from the rooftops what that is. Now, I'm going to share with you briefly a little bit of the story of where I really came to this epiphany for me of that my role as mom is not my calling. And that's when I was just laying in bed after my fourth baby, Gabe. And for those of you who don't know, I do have 8 children. 4 have left the nest, 4 are at home, and I also watch and care for my 2 grandsons full time throughout the week, so like 3 to 4 times a week. But I remember laying in bed thinking to myself, is there more to me than this? And it was funny because I felt kind of guilty even having that come out of my mouth, but I was just so at my end's rope of just this perpetual Groundhog Day feeling. And I just was, of course, I've been using the method ever since I got married. So I was really crushing in terms of, I was organized and I was planned and I was full of intentions, and I had, everything scripted and things were going really well, but it was in the home, but it was more like this Groundhog's Day feeling of just the same thing all of the time. Now, there's a lot of different things that can transpire within the home and things like that. And I'm not saying that everything in my life was perfect, because I certainly know so much more now than I did then, but yet I wouldn't know what I know now unless I even went through it. So count it all as joy. My point is that when it came to, scripting my home life and how I wanted my motherhood to go, that was really on point. But I was missing something very vital. So God told me simultaneously, when I asked that question, I got it right away. And I just got this thought, and that's when he said, your role is not your calling. I was like, what? Okay, so I was to use my talents and my gifts to serve the world, and I wasn't to wait. And what everybody is gifted with gifts and talents to make the world a better place, to help in certain pockets where women and people may need it. You are gifted with these certain gifts and talents that only you can do with your own experiences and background and just giftings, natural giftings. It's what you're naturally good at. So there's also something to be said about passion and talent. I just strongly believe that because I found that out for myself, that, you know, my talent, I knew from a very young age that I loved art and I was good at art naturally. I never took classes. I never went to school, higher education for it. I just painted and stuff. I would take my mom would put me into some art classes because she knew I enjoyed it, but I just was naturally good at it. And you'll know what you're good at. Everyone has it. And that's my whole philosophy in my homeschooling, is that I really honed in on and would be looking for on the lookout for what my children, each of them, were naturally talented in, because that is where their pursuits will come from, is through their natural flow of their talent. So you want them to use that. You don't want to have to like, well, she's really great at art, like my mom. I'm glad she didn't say, well, she's really good at art, let's go put her in math classes so she can balance that out, because that wouldn't have been a good idea. You're going to want to channel everything that you're good at and just kind of, not obsess with the things that you're not. You're going to really want to use those things that you're good at. And my passion was really teaching, just teaching others. Okay, so I even wanted to be a teacher when I was a little girl. I wanted to be a teacher even. Then it evolved to, well, I'm a homeschool teacher, so a homeschooling mom, so that was amazing. And then it just led into starting up my own blog. Right away after God spoke to me, started up the Planner Perfect blog, did a homeschooling blog, and every day I jumped out of bed and was just excited to, get going and doing these things. I'd have to say that until I used my talent with my passion did things start popping. So always make sure to, when you're starting to evolve and grow into what you're good at, what your talents are, that not only do you use what you're passionate about and what you're passionately doing, but use also some of your talent with it, because it's like this duo superstar. I used to offer planners out of a ring bound binder that had none of my art on it, none of my, natural talent on it. And once I began to do that, then did I see a difference in everything. So that's something that I really want you to keep a hold of. So, and then when your children are out of the home, if you always did kind of have this misconception that motherhood was your calling, and once they're grown and gone, that you're like, now what? My pages are blank. Now, it's never too late. So right now, I want you to understand that you need to understand what your gifts and talents are, and you need to use them, okay? Same thing for a mom with littles. I don't care if you got littles at your feet, you'll find the time. I had a slew of kids, and I also had neighbor kids in my house 24/7. My house was the place to be. I had cookies on the counter nonstop, and I just know that I found the time because I was so excited. When you're excited and you're like, you're gonna go do something, you're gonna find a way. I had babies strapped to my back. I had a baby strapped to my front as an infant, nursing at the same time while I paint. I would wait till nap times to choreograph when I would then tackle my blog. I just always found a way, and it was like every pocket of my time was just so exciting and accounted for. And I'm going to get to the key that you really need to hone in on and use immediately to see results in your life. Because if I were, and I'm going to lead into it right now, if I were to have done some things that I'm good at within just the home, because that is what I even did before I had the epiphany, before God spoke to me and told me all of that. I was always using my natural talents. Except for painting, I definitely had put that on the back burner. But I would bake. I loved it. I loved cooking. So every meal was an extravaganza. I took motherhood and I took it very, very seriously. It was, how can I make this motherhood thing just just beautiful. And so that's why I'm talking about where the method made every day, what some may seem mundane, beautiful, because after all, the beauty of caring for the home and serving people and serving the ones you love is a very, very important job. Role of mother is no joke, and it is the most important role you'll ever play. So of course, I'm never going to downplay that, because it was the hugest part of my life. But it's when I integrated myself, when it was integrating what I was good at and using it, did I see fruits, and did I get more invigorated about life? And when I actually started to be like popping out of bed in the morning, excitement for what I was going to be doing, it even lit a match under motherhood. It was like, this is gonna be a great day. You know, it was just one of those things that just helped. My life felt like it was just whole, because I was not leaving any piece of me behind. Now, I've mentioned this several times before, but your children are going to want to see, their mother especially, they're going to want to see what you do, what you're good at, and how you use it. Because if all you're doing is virtually caring for people, and you're not utilizing a gift or talent and serving, aside from a potluck on Sunday, though that is still amazing and beautiful in your serving and how you're using it, let your children see you use your gifts and talents to serve the world in a big way. I'm just saying, go big. Go small, go big, dream big. I mean, just dream big. What could you do? The possibilities are endless. And so when your children see that, then you're not just someone talking, you know, like for your children, if you think, would you want them to find what they're good at? Would you want them to be happy and joyful and find what they're good at and use it and actually making a difference in the world? Would you want that? Would you want them to never have a misconceived idea that you know, all motherhood is to serve other people? That is the calling, that is the role. Would you want your daughters to think that? Where I'm coming in to really just really bring home and tell you is that you are more than being your children's mother. And when they see you work and do in your gifts and your talents and you're dreaming big, then you're an example and you're not just talk. You're an example so they can see it. So if they see you working with your hands in something that you're good at, if they see you writing in your computer, starting your book, if they see that, you know, you've got a roast in the oven and you're writing your book and you got a baby playing on the floor, it's those things where they can see that you are actively using what God gave you. That is so powerful, so powerful. I found through using my talents at home that I have several children that actually have the same talent as I do, and they use it. One of them uses it as a source of income. He's his own boss, and he paints and brands and draws by hand. I mean, so how exciting is that you were, if he didn't see me draw, would he have readily and easily have picked up a paintbrush himself and began to dabble? He used to paint right next to me when he was just a little boy, Taylor, my oldest boy. And he just didn't really he just always did and loved it. Abby, my oldest daughter, is also an amazing artist. She just doesn't use it right now. But Taylor actually uses it on a daily basis, but they both have that talent. And would they be, you know, if they did, they might have found it later. Let them see now what you're good at, and let them be a part and show them what it is. Be an inspiration by your life. Let your life be the inspiration that you want for them as well. You don't go far enough when you're making amazing lunches, cut at a diagonal with clean laundry, and you're feeding them and clothing them. You're not going far enough, even though we're already, that's enough, right? But we don't go far enough when we're not using our own gifts and our own talents. We are not going far enough because that's not our calling. That's not our purpose. So we've got a block there that we've got to get over, because that is how we're going to inspire anyone around us and our children by using our gifts and our talents. And you know, what a great way to just serve by using what you're good at, because it comes easy. It comes so easy. Do what you're good at and serve the world. Okay, so this goes with you when you don't have children in the home. You're going to be using your gifts now. It's never too late. If you didn't do that, you didn't know it. There's not a better time than this, because your children can see you now and the world can see you now, and you can get excited about what you can do and the possibilities. If you sit in silence, if you sit and just close your eyes and be still and feel the presence of God within you, He'll reveal to you. Ask Him right before bed, even say, God, what do you want me to do? What is my purpose? What is my calling, God? And then you know what you do? You just have gratitude. You know why? Because He's going to answer you. The answer is already done. Now you have done your work by having this spark. You are praying through a desire, and you leave it at that because you know you're going to receive your answer. And so you're so gracious. God, thank you. And you just feel it. You just feel that gratitude. Nothing brings you more answered prayer and manifestation than gratitude. You know, just feel what it's like to be living a life on purpose, where you know what you're doing, and you're just dressed to the nines, and you're meeting and greeting people, and because you're an author now, or whatever it may be that is your heart's desires of serving the world and sharing your story and what you're good at and giving back. And when God shares it with you, you're just going to be like, oh man, and you don't know how He's going to reveal it to you. It could be another person. It could be an email. It could be a magazine cover. It could be anything, but God, rest assured, He will reveal it to you. It will seek you. When you seek God, it's already seeking you. Don't worry about it. Don't stress, but it's coming for you. It's coming for you. So be at ease, because there's no better time than this. No matter whatever you're at, what's going on, little kids, no kids, doesn't matter. There's no better time than where you're at right now, because it matters, because you're ready for it. And when you're ready for it, then you're ready. Just like how when I homeschool my kids, I want them to be asking me what they want to know before I give them information that they're wanting to know, because then they're ready. If you try to train and teach a child something they ain't ready for, they got this mental block, they ain't there consciously, they're like, I don't want to know it, I don't care about it, and I hate it. They ain't going to retain it. They're not going to know it. Maybe they'll you can pass the test, but it's not going to be retained, and it's not going to make a difference in their lives. Anything that you want that's going to make a difference in your life, you have to be ready for. So that's why I've always waited and used timing. Like, you know, he's like, hey, well, how do I do multiplication? I'm like, let me show you. And my kids knew it in 15 minutes and had it all memorized. Why? Because they were ready. And who cares if they were 12, 13, 14, 15? When they wanted to know it, they were ready. And same with you. Anytime, with anyone, any person. When you're ready is when you're ready to have it. When you're ready consciously, you're ready to have what you want. Ooh, that was good. I got chills. When you're ready consciously and you're open, you're ready to have it. That's when all manifestation and prayers are answered anyways, is when you're ready. It's when you're ready. Are you guys ready for the big key, big deal that is the difference between, you're using your talents, your gifts, you're getting excited, you're scripting out, you're around the home, doing your thing, finding it all out. Here's the big deal that I found that is the biggest change for me, is that you must share your gifts and talents with the world. Okay? You must share your gifts and talents with the world. It's going to be scary. You got to get on social media. You really, really do. You got to go live. You got to start sharing your stuff. You got to just start the IG account. You just got to start the Facebook group. You got to start sharing your story and what you know and what you're gifted at, and give it out. You got to give it away. You can't hold on to that. You got to give it away to even receive. You got to give away what you know. And I know you know. what I'm talking about. You got to give away what you're good at. You got to give away. When I was just drawing for my kids, when I was just painting or drawing or doing all that, that was beautiful. That was an evolvement of me. That was me evolving. Once, and my bake and cook and paint and teach, and that's all I was good. I used it with my family every day, every moment. I knew what I was good at and I did it. I just honed in on it, you know. It's just what I did. Anything that I wasn't good at, I didn't really give much attention to anymore. You know what I mean? I let someone else handle it, you know, or do it. But by doing that, I just really think it was such a good training ground. It was really perfect. But once I started my blog and pushed, you know, publish, I was like, I was like, woo! I can't believe I just put myself out there. I mean, you know, and it's just like, once I did my first, I was on Periscope. Once I put my face out there, or even on Facebook or whatever, those first times I was a nervous wreck, but I knew I had a story to tell, and it came out not as fluent as it does now through the practice, and it doesn't come out. It was rough and patchy, but you got to get through it. You got to get out of your comfort zone, because all success and everything you want is on the other side of comfort. So if you ain't feeling any kind of of excitement or oh my gosh, this good fear, you're not living. You're not living. If you're home with kids gone even, and you don't know what to do with your day, but you're living in such a safe square box that you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I got to do this today. Woo, I'm excited and exhilarated at the same time. If you don't feel that, then you are not truly living. You're not being all God's created you to be. You're not using all of you, and you're living too safe. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. What are you going to do today to get out of your comfort zone? What is one thing you can do today to get out of your comfort zone? When you plan your life and you script your life in those planners, Planner Perfect, you are prompted. Your goals, what you're going to be doing. Set some intentions for getting out of that comfort zone, girls. Set some intentions where you're going to start that blog. You're going to start that account. You're going to ask God, you know, just start. If you don't know what you're good at, then you're going to ask God, and you're going to wait for the answer, and you're going to be so cool about it because you know that He knows. You know that that you're going to get your answer. You're always going to get your answer, and especially when you know you're going to get it. Okay, you're ready for this. You're ready for this, so now you can have it. You're ready for this, so now you can have it. You're ready for this, so now you can have it. Treat everybody and everything with that same philosophy. It's the spirituality of everything that comes around. It's when you are consciously ready to absorb something and take something in, then that's when you do it. That's when you can have it. If you've got a mental block, then you just work through it until you're ready. You'll get there. You'll get there. But now is the time. And just by watching this video, I know you're ready. You're ready. You're ready for something different. You're ready. You needed to hear this. And that's why you're watching this. You needed to hear it. And I am the vessel in which God is speaking to you. You are more than your baby's mama. All of your sweet babies, you're more than their mama. You are gifted with talents and gifts, and your children not only benefit, and your family and your husband, but also the world. The key is to give it away and give it to the world. That's the key. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't give it to just your family only. You must give it away to the world, because you're going to be a game changer, because that's what you are. You're going to change the world with your gifts and talents that only you can do. That only you can do. So what is it? That's going to be fun in itself. Girls, I love you. I hope this has inspired you to know that there is a reason why you're having a perpetual Groundhog Day. There's a reason why you're feeling the humdrum of the everyday with nothing to do when children are gone. Because there is the time that you're ready to hear that you have work to do, to give to the world. And it's going to be exhilarating. It's going to be fun. It's going to be joyful, because you're going to use everything that comes easy to you. And what you're doing is just so fun and so special, because you are given it. to do. So it'll be easy. It'll be so fun. Girls, make sure that you give me a comment down below that you're ready. Say you're ready. You're ready. You're ready for this. I can't wait to hear the journeys that you guys are going to be going on with this new knowledge. If it's new to you, that this is the push that you needed to get going and get outside your comfort zone and share your gifts and talents with the world. Until next time.